For more than 75 years, Tucsonans have been creating lasting memories at El Casino Ballroom. Now, first opened in 1947, El Casino has hosted weddings, quinceañeras, and reunions, as well as some of the most popular entertainers of the time. Here's the absolutely Arizona history of the famous El Casino Ballroom.
More than anything, it's the tradition that keeps this place open.
Fred Martinez is referring to the tradition of El Casino Ballroom. It first opened its doors in September of 1947.
Harry Truman was the president when this place opened up.
Over the last 77 years, it has been the gathering spot for big events in Tucson.
Everybody ends up here sooner or later for something. A wedding, quinceañera, a dance, something.
It also hosted some of the biggest entertainers of each generation.
The 40s, 50s. You had Duke Ellington. You had Tommy Dorsey. But you also had Parris. You had the biggest Latino acts.
In the late 50s, rock and roll came to Tucson and the El Casino Ballroom.
James Brown, Chubby Checker, the Ronettes, Bobby Blue Bland. They played here for two reasons. Capacity, the dance floor, they all danced back then, like crazy. And number two, this is where they were allowed. Unfortunately, that was the times.
Right. Fred Martinez knows the history of the El Casino Ballroom well. He and his family have been involved with El Casino for 6 decades. In 1968, the Latin American Social Club was forced to move because of urban renewal and construction of the Tucson Convention Center.
With that money that they received from the city, they bought out the El Casino as a business venture.
The Latin American Social Club helped El Casino Ballroom thrive, but the iconic South Tucson business almost didn't survive a major storm in 1991. Fred's younger brother was the only one in the building at the time.
It sounded like a freight train, he said. Like I picked up the roof, the entire roof on the south end over here, picked it up. He said, it's like a can opener. You open up a can and threw it on the parking lot over there.
The building was condemned. Fred helped lead the effort to elect a new board and begin the process of rebuilding.
I said, hey, we can't let our history die. We can't. So little by little, my poor dad, Butch, Raul Martin, he helped with the financing and a couple of his buddies, and we did all the hard work.
Despite many obstacles, they rebuilt the El Casino Ballroom.
It took us 9 years. We opened the doors in February of 2000. It was my oldest daughter's wedding.
Is that right?
And we've been going strong ever since.
Thanks to Fred Martinez, the future remains bright for El Casino Ballroom, a cornerstone of South Tucson and an iconic gathering spot, making it absolutely Arizona. Fred Martinez tells me that they had to delay his daughter's wedding several times, waiting for the work to be finished. Remember, it took them 9 years to get the El Casino Ballroom back open. And you know this place well.
Yeah, had a pleasure of being over there one night with the Tucson High football team and had a really nice visit with Mr. Martinez. Driving by that place, you have no idea how much history is in there.
And how really nice it is inside. And
it's really neat.
Just every event you can think of is taking place there. Yeah, it's just great. And I'm glad to see it continuing to go.